I've been stuck in that state of mind for a while, deconstructing ahead.
And imagine if you have deconstructed it prior and you took all this off, took all this off, took all this off, and put it in separate boxes, then you wouldn't be able to make a handbag like this. So that you want to use all this beauty. So we're using jeans legs here, and all the seams are nicely still there. You should not be scared of sewing with jeans. Toyota Super Jeans, very simple and very strong. Yeah, also I want to show off my baskets, and there is a free tutorial for these baskets that coming with the ebook.
I have to say, Kat ebook is really handy. She covers everything a beginner would want to know, from how to choose jeans to designing with their existing layout. She also shares great sewing tips and shows how to optimize and use every part of a pair of jeans. And because you're watching this video, you get 20% off the ebook using the code We Love Denim. So if denim upcycling have been on your one-day to-do pile, well, this might be the right moment to start up. So grab the ebook, clicking the link in the description. And now let's get back into our interview, and make sure you watch till the end because Kat will share with us her tip for assembling jeans waistbands. I'm Ariane, your Denim Upcyclers channel host, and I hope you'll enjoy that conversation with Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat Martin, Denim Upcycler. Welcome to my studio, which is in Czech Republic, Europe.
To start up, I would really like to know a bit more about your background as an upcycler, and especially like what do upcycling means to you?
Well, first of all, I was born in USSR. All we did was upcycling, really, because we couldn't buy new things. So my upcycling was when I was little, and then denim upcycling came later because we didn't even have denim in my childhood, believe it or not. I grew up without denim. I wanted, something different because everybody was the same. And I started making myself some bags, at least, because making clothes was really complicated. So I always wanted to make at least something small for myself to wear. So it was bags, handbags, backpacks. I just did for myself. And obviously, as I couldn't buy any fabric, I used some old clothing items.
I think so. Upcycling then was really part of more of a necessity, and it just like made sense.
Exactly. It was necessity that made big sense.
When did the denim jumped in the whole story?
Yeah, so I think how it was is that as for Americans, denim is just workwear. It was their workwear. But for us, it was like an iconic item that was really only rich, posh people can wear. And then it started probably in the 90s when the denim started bringing into our country. Maybe with Italy, I don't know, because I was only little. So as it started coming in, denim became a very iconic item that only people who can afford or people who know how to dress. So to upcycle denim in them days was very difficult because you could not get a pair of jeans that is still worth upcycling because it was worn and it was passed on to further people and it was just used and used and used. So my first denim upcycling project was, it was just a drawstring backpack, just simple, simple as you can imagine, drawstring, square, and I wore this backpack. It went everywhere with me. It was my best friend, and I wore it until it's probably fallen to pieces.
Now, is it like, how is it for sourcing denim?
Now I live in Czech Republic, and before that I lived in Bulgaria, and Bulgaria is the best country for secondhand because for $1 you can get a bag full. It was heaven when we moved there, and I exactly started actually selling, making denim bags and selling them. Secondhand in Bulgaria is heaven.
So right now, how is it with your sourcing? Do you mostly get your jeans from a thrift shop, or how do you manage your jeans your jeans sourcing?
So I found one secondhand warehouse
Okay,
where I buy jeans per kilo.
okay,
But I have to really, if I go there, first of all, it's quite a drive, like
mm,
half an hour, maybe 40 minutes drive.
yeah,
And also, once I go there, I have to get two big bin liners, which is probably 30, 40 kilos, because then the more I take, the cheaper per
it
kilo.
get okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to get about 30-40 kilo when you get there for it to be like the right price. So I think it's what one pair of jeans is like half a kilo or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's even more. It's between
Yeah,
half
it
kilo and
depends.
kilo.
Yeah. So it's
So
about for the pair, more or less like 30 to 4, no, a bit less.
well, that's interesting you say that because I get all the bags and I bring them home because I need to calculate the price per each pair. So I
Eh,
count how many pairs I
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
And usually I get like 17 pairs, 20 pairs maybe. So it doesn't make sense now that we're talking. And the price per pair would be 70 koruna. What's 70 koruna? $2?
Corona. What?
$2 maybe? Yeah, koruna, koruna.
$2. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's still accessible because me, I used to go to a big clothing center in Montreal for my pair of jeans, and it was, I think, $3 or $4 a kilo. So it was still pretty expensive, like $4 the pair of jeans when you have to do all this stuff after to make it usable, wash and everything, deconstruct. So in the end, it's still not so not so cheap. So how is it sorted over there? How is it?
I don't know. It's a huge space.
Yeah.
And they only sort it out by pants and
Okay.
jeans, and then there is jackets, and there is t-shirts,
Okay.
like blankets and stuff like that. So there's a huge this pile of jeans. It's just after Bulgarian heaven, I know how to use jeans. Okay, so for me, it's enough to just see a piece or a color, and I already know the structure of jeans. I already know if it's going to be probably good, and then I
Yeah.
pull it out
Yeah.
and then I look at it. And if
Yeah.
I can see that it's just completely not something that I would use
Mm,
because I'm choosy,
yeah.
then I just can continue,
Toss it.
finding some kind of better, fabric feel,
Yeah.
a better, like a fabric. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's your sort of thoughts plan when you go there? Do you have like okay, I need a 10 pair with stretch. I need a 10 pair light shade, medium shade, dark shade, black. Do you have some kind of plan, or you just go with the flow?
Yeah, it's a good idea about having a plan when you go
Mm,
to choose jeans.
yeah.
Obviously, if it's only small second hand and you see one pair and you
Yeah.
buy it because you like it, it's
Yeah.
fine. But when you go to those big
Yeah.
warehouses or something, it's better to have an idea what you're going to do with these jeans. For instance, if you like handbags that have a lot of details or things, a handbag with details, so that you want to use all this beauty, then you will be looking obviously at this part of jeans, and everything that down there is already not so much for you because you like, for instance, this exact pocket and you want to use it in a bag. So for patchwork, of course, you'll be looking how the legs look like.
I think it's really one of your strengths you of using all the part and having a vision for every single part of the jeans. Like when I was going through your ebook, the way you sort of break down all the part of the jeans and what you can do with it, I think it's very wise. I love it. Mm,
I choose jeans by thinking what I can use them for.
mm,
And I also really like jeans with some kind of wash effect
yeah, yeah, me
because
too.
I think wash effect is everybody love stonewash jeans. And
Yeah.
I must also say that if you have a plain pair of jeans, you would most possibly get a really plain looking handbag or whatever else you're making. And choosing jeans with different effects like that, that's already is going to be beautiful bag. It has some beautiful wash effect on the legs.
Yeah, there's a lot of whiskers. So
And
this
that would
gives a
make
lot of texture, you know.
Yeah, and this would make something nice. You can make a
Phenomenal.
makeup bag or a... So I'm going to show you a pair of jeans which you should never even try to do anything with it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like generally you can see that it's like completely fallen to pieces.
Yeah.
And even if you take some parts of it where it's not falling to pieces, believe me, it will fall to pieces soon.
Yeah. So that's your number one red flag for passing on a pair of jeans.
Yes, this is my number one red flag. I would say I am against stretchy jeans. Because even if they seem okay for now, they don't have long life in them. Another point with stretchy jeans is during sewing process, they might stretch and the item you're making will lose, it will go wobbly. And people advise sometimes to use some stiffener, some interfacing and ironing under. I've tried this and I'd say it didn't work for me. And I then had somewhere that the interfacing that you buy in normal sewing shops isn't really strong enough. It's not like a factory interfacing where they have really hot press and really special materials and the materials stay. Then yes, I agree. But my interfacing at home with an iron, usually it's okay a couple of days, but after first wash, it just starts peeling off and your item loses its shape, it loses its stiffness.
Yeah.
So I am against stretchy jeans.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm against stretch jeans, but definitely there are some things to take into consideration. And I feel the texture is never as nice as the 100%.
Actually, yes. The texture and also I would say color is duller. It's like a duller color. I don't know if you can compare. No, probably can't see much, but
it's
I've
dull.
seen, but yeah, it's dull.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would probably pass on when I'm looking at the jeans is the jeans where they have a lot of different stitches. Yeah, so they have like really hard pockets, really all this. It looks nice. There's a big problem with this because it looks nice and you might think at first, oh, this is so beautiful, but when you start sewing with it, then you realize that all this is so tough and so hard and you can't escape it because it's everywhere. You cannot escape it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit, there's going to be a bit of pain in the process.
Yeah, exactly. Pain.
How do you organize your jeans once they're in your studio?
Yeah. So when I bring jeans from secondhand, they have that secondhand smell. So what I do is I only remove the labels. I don't have labels. So I just remove the label and then I put them overnight into water with soda. Usual baking soda, probably like a little handful per pair of jeans. When you have many, you can use a whole bath. In the morning, I let the water out and kind of take these jeans and put into my usual domestic washing machine. Then I hang them like this. This is very important. I hang them like this on a peg line. Then I take jeans off and fold them really nicely. Fold them like this.
Yeah.
And they're ready to go into storage. I do not sort them out. I do not take them apart because you never know what this pair of jeans will come handy for. If something comes in my head, and then I start looking, should I use this jeans or should I use this jeans? And this is how I'm choosing for each project, because in my kind of line of work, I do different things all the time. So of course, if you do the same, for instance, type of I don't know, makeup bag or a basket or something, and you know upfront that you're gonna use your jeans for this, that, and that, then obviously you will sort it out accordingly. But when you only a beginner and you only trying this, then it's better just leave the jeans as they are, and you just leave them until an idea comes into your head, and then you try to match your idea to the jeans that already stashed. I recommend not to deconstruct jeans. Okay, this is what, for instance, yeah, really nice pair of jeans. And imagine if you have deconstructed it prior and you took all this off, and put it in separate boxes, then you wouldn't be able to make a handbag like this. And then another handbag I would like to show, nothing to do with pockets. So we're using jeans legs here. Obviously, if you deconstructed it prior and cut all the legs off and side seams off and everything separately, then you won't be able to use this beauty as it already is. And now I've prepared one jean leg to show the trick.
Go for it. Go for it. That's your studio buddy.
Okay. So we've got a jean leg,
Yeah.
a full jean leg.
Yeah.
And we fold it in such manner so that seams meet in the middle. Okay, so meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And then we take scissors and we start cutting along. And then we got a big piece that we can make bags or anything really. Big piece. And all the seams are nicely still there. This is why I recommend not to deconstruct any jeans.
I love that. I really like that tricks, because when I want to use a side seam, especially I like using the two needle stitch seam. I would cut beside the other seam, like the other side seam. So then I have two panel and I have my seam in the middle. And it's even better because then you have your two seams that you can use, and then the edges are ready to sew. You're not in that you're so clever. Because I've been stuck in that state of mind for a while, deconstructing ahead. And also it's because when I start my business, I very quickly I went into selling for big retailer. So I was very focused into standardizing the product and like make it efficient for people that would sew the product, because I was not sewing all of my production. So it needed to be standardized. So in that state of mind, I was deconstructing everything, preparing, cutting all at once. So it was very, it was production. I wanted to standardize, but it's upcycling. So in some point, I realized when you want to standardize, you're missing on opportunities of uniqueness and, so now I'm not doing a production anymore, but I'm in that process of really how can I optimize and use all those parts. So anyway,
But jeans, why we love jeans? Because they are just like nothing else. And you want to use this uniqueness of each pair and give it next life. Yeah. And this is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So now, if you're willing to, let's start up the studio tour.
Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, I've got a beanbag here.
Ooh, I love
it. So, welcome to my studio. It's in one room in our house. And I've got myself a room with the biggest window.
Okay.
All the boxes. There's some jeans, as I promised, no deconstruction.
Ooh, so that's your denim stash.
Yeah, it's quite small at the moment. There is some more. This is a very good thing for photographing. Yeah, there we've got pockets. This is my stash with small bits. This is a really nice idea to use tiniest bits. Yeah, I don't know what else to show you. Here I've got some more like boxes. Webbing for handles. This is a belt. I use belts for handbag handles, straps. And on my website you can read about it, how to, measure, how to cut it. But I buy them new. You know what? This is the only thing that is recyclable. It's not from second hand. Because usually belts in second hands are just so shaggy with the loops falling out and everything like ripped. So unfortunately, I could never find any good belts in second hands. So this is things that I buy new.
Oh, so you buy them new. So show us your tools. Like what are your go-to tools when it comes to cutting and deconstructing?
Okay, so my favorite tool for deconstruction would be a seam ripper, and I have them in different sizes.
Ooh.
Yeah, seam ripper, whatever it's called. They can be different sizes. Sometimes you would prefer to use a bigger one, or sometimes smaller one will do. Then I've got these two types of scissors. Yeah, so that's about it. For deconstructing jeans, I use this. Okay. Then I have this, but it's not. It's handy for a lot of projects, but not much. What would probably surprise you is this tool. Okay, this is a screwdriver, and I use screwdriver for poking out seams, pockets. When you make pockets, so it's really nice that. And also sometimes it's handy when you're trying to get something under your foot, and you just slightly kind of, this is really handy. Imagine. Nobody should take it. Okay, well, what else can I show you? I love this one. He loves pins. He just loves needles.
Oh, this is, you made this one, right?
Of course.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So that's another DIY.
Yes, it's another DIY.
On your website.
And it also has a free, It also has a free tutorial on my website.
And can you show us your sewing machine? What sewing machine do you use?
I have a black Toyota Super Jeans. Very simple and very strong. Okay, this one machine I did buy new. It was about 240 probably US dollars. And it was about 8 years ago. And I am very happy with this machine. I only took it for service recently, and only for service. It never broke. It never let me down. It's never nothing wrong with it. And it just goes through a lot of layers.
And is there some special feature you like about it?
I think the special feature that I like about it is the absence of any special features.
It's basic.
Because this is the simplest. There's no electronic, like electronic, whatever stitching they have. Yeah. Nothing really. The bobbin goes in like this. It's a horizontal one. So it's also really easy to use. It has that threader. But I always want to give credit to this beauty. It just must have. When you work with jeans or do like belts, you use belts, anything thick goes through this machine. It's really good.
So that's a hand crank.
Yeah, it's just a hand.
So with no electricity.
No electricity. It's a hand power. Yes, I use this all the time because any other machine is like not handling as much thickness as this old beauty would. So even though this one says super jeans, I'd say it is jeans, but not so super. This one is more super. Okay, all this here are just waistbands.
So do you deconstruct your waistband at some point?
I deconstruct waistbands depending on what I make. But also, I not always deconstruct this because there is another project that looks like this. Okay.
Yeah. So you assemble.
Like this, yeah. So you take the waistband as it is with this little bit under.
Yeah.
And then your next band is being stitched to that. And then you just go like this in circles. Yeah, I will remove this to be able to flip it over.
Yeah.
See? Flip it over.
Yeah.
Flip it over. But in this case, we don't need to deconstruct anything here except this little bit because we need this to attach our next band.
So, but do you try to use all the waistband that are the same length, or how does it look on the other side of the bag? Do you have to seam them to?
It's all circles.
Oh, so they're all the same size.
No. Hold on. So what I do is this. I cut this off depending on the length.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I can cut it anywhere I need. And then this button, I cut around and then I just stitch it. Yeah, so I stitch it just to hold it in place. And then all this goes there kind of thing. So if I show you on this, for instance, yeah. So inside, it's just button, been separate, put it back, and then I can bring it any size I want.
Wise.
Do you get my idea?
So much wisdom, so much wisdom. So just a little cheating. I love that.
Yes, it is cheating.
Just a little cheating.
Another big advice for anyone who wants to make a wristlet or a bag like this is that you have to choose the denim waists that are only straight.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like this curled.
Yeah,
when they're like this curled, it's going to be really, really problematic to make a bag like this. So the curved ones I usually don't use for much of anything except maybe for some decoration.
Yeah, show me that bucket. Ooh.
Goodies.
Yeah.
Goodies.
I love that.
Yes, you can sew them back on there, and then you can add some labels, depending what you wanna.
Do you use some interfacing for your bags, or what's your process? Do you line all of your bag, or there's some bag that you leave without lining? How do you work through?
I do not use any interfacing in the bags because I think that the denim is quite tough fabric as it is, except for tote bags or tote bags. What is it called?
Yeah, tote bag.
So for them, probably interfacing will be good. But as than that, I prefer to just use really good quality denim and no interfacing because it falls off after wash.
Yeah. Yeah, the interfacing tend to make some little bubbles sometime after you wear it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you design your bag to have a more like
slushy. Yeah. I call them slushy bags.
Slouchy, exactly.
Or slouchy.
Yeah, slouchy. I love your accent.
Slushy bags.
Slouchy. Nice. So this was so interesting. There was some great value in that conversation. If we want to get your ebook or have some great project idea, we can head to your website, Make It in Denim. Make It in Denim.guru. So I give you a big kiss because it's gonna cut. We're over.
Oh,
it
was so nice talking to you. Thank you.
Yeah, big hug. Take care.
Thank you for having me.